My beloved child, pause everything for a moment and listen with your spirit, not just your ears. This message is not random. It is not an accident. There are only 5 minutes left, and heaven is urgent right now. Archangel Michael is stepping forward because something deeply personal is unfolding around you. Someone is quietly preparing to propose to you, not just with words, but with intention, courage, and a decision that will change both of your lives. If you miss this message, you may never understand who they are or why this moment matters so much. Right now, the spiritual atmosphere around you is shifting. You may have felt it as restlessness, sudden thoughts of the future, or a strange sense that something is about to be revealed. That is because a plan has been forming behind the scenes. Conversations you were never part of. Feelings that were hidden on purpose. Steps taken in silence. Archangel Michael says this person has been watching you longer than you realize, weighing their heart, battling fear, and asking heaven for a sign. And today, you are the sign. Hear this clearly. This is not about pressure or confusion. This is about clarity. There is someone who sees your worth when you are not trying to prove anything. Someone who has seen you endure disappointment, remain kind, and still choose faith over bitterness. They are preparing to step forward, but they are also afraid of rejection. That fear is the reason this message carries urgency. Heaven is aligning timing, courage, and truth, but your awareness matters. Archangel Michael says the reason this message feels intense is because there is spiritual interference trying to delay this connection. Not to harm you, but to keep things unspoken. Silence has been the greatest obstacle. Assumptions, missed chances, moments where pride almost won. But the window is opening now. 5 minutes symbolizes a short season, a divine countdown where attention and discernment are required. You may already know this person, or you may think you do. They are closer than you expect, yet emotionally guarded. They respect you deeply. They have rehearsed this proposal in their mind many times, but timing never felt safe. Until now. Archangel Michael is standing as a protector over this union because it is not built on impulse. It is built on choice, maturity, and growth through struggle. Notice what has been happening recently. Unexpected messages. Repeated dreams. Someone asking indirect questions about your future. These are not coincidences. They are signals. The proposal is not only about romance. It is about alignment. Two paths finally willing to walk in the same direction. That is why this message warns you. If you dismiss it, you may misread the moment when it arrives. There is a reason Archangel Michael is involved instead of another messenger. He appears when courage is required, when truth must be spoken, when decisions can no longer be delayed. This person has reached that threshold. They are preparing not just words but vulnerability. And heaven is asking you to soften your heart enough to recognize it. Do not overthink who it might be yet. That will be revealed step by step. Right now, your role is awareness, openness, prayer. Ask for discernment, not control. Ask for peace, not certainty. When the moment comes, you will feel calm, not anxious. That calm will be your confirmation. Some of you have waited a long time to feel chosen without begging, loved without chasing, and see without explaining yourself. Archangel Michael says this proposal carries that energy. It is not perfect. It is sincere. And sincerity is rare. This message is a shield and a signal. A shield against fear. A signal to your spirit to stay present. 5 minutes left means do not scroll away mentally. Do not dismiss small signs. Do not assume you are imagining things. Heaven is closer than you think. Take a deep breath. Let this settle. What comes next will bring clarity, but only if you remain attentive. Beloved soul, let your heart stay open as this message deepens, because what Archangel Michael is revealing now explains why this connection has taken so long to surface. This delay was not punishment. It was preparation. You were being shaped, refined, strengthened in ways you could not see at the time. The person preparing to propose to you was also on a parallel path, learning lessons they could not skip. Heaven does not rush what must last. Archangel Michael says there were moments when this person almost spoke sooner. Moments when they typed a message and erased it. Moments when they stood close to you, feeling the weight of words pressing against their chest. But something held them back. Not lack of love, lack of readiness. They were afraid that if they came too early, they would offer you a version of themselves that was incomplete. And you, my beloved, deserve wholeness, not half commitment. This is why you may have felt confused by mixed signals in the past. Warm one day, distant the next. Attentive, then silent. It was not manipulation. It was internal conflict. Archangel Michael shows this person wrestling between desire and responsibility. They did not want to promise what they were not yet strong enough to sustain. That internal war has now reached its end. Something shifted recently. A realization. A moment of clarity where they saw you not as an option, but as a future. They understood that waiting any longer could mean losing you forever. That is when heaven stepped in. When human courage met divine timing. That is why this message says only 5 minutes are left. The decision has already been made in their heart. What remains is the execution. Pay attention now to your own emotions. You may feel unexpectedly nostalgic, reflective, or unusually calm. But calm is important. Archangel Michael says peace is your confirmation signal. When this person steps forward, it will not feel chaotic or dramatic. It will feel grounding. Safe. Real. Even if you are surprised, your spirit will not panic. Some of you have built emotional walls because of past disappointments. You learn to smile while guarding your heart. Archangel Michael honors that survival. But he also says this is not the moment to let old fear speak louder than present truth. This proposal is not coming to take from you. It is coming to build with you. Understand this clearly. This person is not perfect. Neither are you. But there is alignment. Shared values. Mutual respect. A willingness to grow together instead of running when things get uncomfortable. That is why heaven supports this union. It is rooted in maturity, not fantasy. Now listen closely, because this is important. Archangel Michael says your response, even before the proposal happens, matters. Your openness, your willingness to receive, your decision to stay emotionally present instead of distracted or defensive, all of this creates space for the moment to unfold smoothly. This is not about chasing. This is about allowing. If this message is resonating with you, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video so the message reaches others who are also waiting for clarity. Share it with someone who needs reassurance that love has not passed them by. Leave a comment declaring that you are open to divine timing. Subscribe to this channel and be part of this growing spiritual family, because messages like this are meant to strengthen and prepare hearts, not just inform them. Archangel Michael says when you engage, you are not just interacting with a video, you are signaling readiness. Heaven responds to participation. Faith is not passive. It is responsive. There is one more thing you need to hear before this moment arrives. Do not try to guess who it is obsessively. that will only cloud your discernment. Let revelation come naturally. When it happens, there will be no need to convince yourself. Your spirit will recognize truth faster than your mind ever could. This is not a fleeting opportunity. It is a doorway, and doorways require attention. Stay present, stay grounded, and most importantly, stay hopeful without being desperate. Archangel Michael is guarding this process. Hold on, because what unfolds next will connect the dots in a way you did not expect, and it will make everything suddenly make sense. Chosen one, receive this with reverence, because what is being revealed now is the hidden layer beneath everything you have experienced so far. Archangel Michael says this proposal is not only about love, it is about restoration. There are wounds in you that you learn to live with. Quiet disappointments you never spoke about. Prayers you stopped praying out loud because waiting became tiring. Heaven did not ignore those prayers. Heaven preserved them. This is why the timing feels intense. This person is not entering your life randomly. They are stepping into a season where healing and purpose intersect. Archangel Michael shows that when they propose, they are also choosing responsibility. They are choosing to protect what they love, to show up consistently, to stand when things get difficult. That is why heaven delayed this until character could catch up with desire. You may have wondered why past connections fell apart even when you tried your best. Why chemistry was present but peace was missing. Why promises were made but not kept. Archangel Michael says those endings were mercies in disguise. They cleared space. They prevented you from settling for something that looked good but lacked depth. This proposal carries depth. It carries intention. There is also something you need to understand about yourself. You have changed. You are no longer the version of you that tolerated uncertainty just to feel chosen. You have learned discernment. You have learned patience. And that growth is exactly why this moment is possible now. Heaven does not bring new wine into old containers. You were prepared quietly, just like the one preparing to step toward you. Archangel Michael reveals that this person has been praying differently lately. Not asking for signs anymore, but asking for courage. That shift matters. It signals readiness. When someone stops asking, "Should I?" and starts asking, "Help me do this right," heaven listens closely. Do not underestimate the power of your presence. You do not need to perform. You do not need to oppress. You do not need to prove your worth. Simply, being yourself has already done the work. That authenticity is what drew this person in. That steadiness is what made them realize you are not temporary. If fear tries to rise in you, acknowledge it, but do not let it lead. Fear is familiar, but it is not prophetic. Peace is what Archangel Michael is releasing over you now. A calm assurance that you are not being rushed into something unsafe, but invited into something meaningful. This proposal may not look exactly like how you imagined. It may be simpler, quieter, more sincere than dramatic. But sincerity is heaven's signature. Watch for humility. Watch for honesty. Watch for consistency. Those are the confirmations. Some of you will receive this message as a final reassurance. Others as a wake-up call to stop doubting what your spirit already knows. Either way, this is not coincidence. This is alignment. Now receive this activation. Type "I receive the divine union" in the comments if this message is speaking to your spirit. Blessing code 314 has just been released. And now hear this carefully, because this is a continuation of the same divine moment, not a separation from it. I am speaking to those who feel the weight of this message and know it is bigger than one person. When you choose to support this mission, You are sowing into moments like this, moments where lost hope is restored, where hearts are guided instead of misled, where God's voice reaches someone right on time. Scripture says that when seed is sown in good soil, it produces a harvest pressed down and overflowing, and this soil is fertile with purpose. The Lord is saying to you right now, as you help carry my word forward, I will not let your own needs go unseen. This is not about giving money. This is about obedience meeting opportunity. If your spirit feels stirred, this is your invitation to act. Use Super Thanks, become a member, or give through PayPal. The link is waiting for you in the description. What you release becomes a river that reaches others who are still waiting for clarity. I speak blessing over every seed sown here. May doors open. May peace multiply. May your obedience return to you as protection and favor. Do it now. Move when the Spirit prompts. This is your moment to partner with what God is doing. Beloved heart, as this message continues, Archangel Michael asks you to slow your breathing and let truth settle deeper than emotion. What is unfolding now is subtle, but powerful. After the internal decision has been made in the heart of the one preparing to propose, there is always a sacred pause. This pause is not hesitation. It is alignment. Heaven uses this space to arrange details, timing, and protection so that nothing interferes with what is about to be spoken. You may sense this pause as stillness in your own life. Fewer signs than before. Less movement. A quiet that almost feels confusing after so much buildup. Do not misinterpret this silence. Archangel Michael says silence before revelation is often a sign that something irreversible is forming. When heaven finalizes something, it does not rush noisily. It settles firmly. During this phase, your discernment sharpens. You may suddenly see people and situations more clearly than before. Tolerance for confusion decreases. Your spirit becomes selective. This is not you becoming cold. This is you becoming aligned. You are no longer willing to invest emotional energy where there is no future. And this inner shift is directly connected to the proposal energy surrounding you. Archangel Michael reveals that the person preparing to step forward has noticed this change in you. Your boundaries, your calm confidence, your quiet strength. They sense that if they delay any longer, the door may close, not because you are unavailable, but because you have learned to protect your peace. This realization has accelerated their resolve. There is something else happening beneath the surface. Old soul ties are loosening. Attachments that once strained you are losing their grip. You may feel less reactive to things that once triggered you. That is not indifference. That is healing. Heaven does not build new covenants on unresolved emotional ground. This clearing is necessary. Archangel Michael also says to be mindful of distractions during this time. Not temptations in the obvious sense, but emotional noise. Opinions from others. Overthinking. Revisiting old memories unnecessarily. These can blur your perception. The message is simple. Stay present. Stay honest with yourself. What is meant for you will not require you to shrink or perform. You are entering a season where words will carry weight. Conversations will feel significant. Even casual interactions may feel charged with meaning. Pay attention to how people speak to you, especially the one you feel a quiet pull toward. Truth will reveal itself not through grand gestures yet, but through consistency and tone. This proposal carries responsibility, and responsibility requires clarity. Archangel Michael is ensuring that when the moment comes, both of you understand what is being offered. Not fantasy, not escape, but partnership, mutual growth, shared direction. If doubt tries to surface, ask yourself this: does this connection bring peace or confusion? Peace does not mean absence of nerves. It means absence of chaos. Heaven does not need to pressure what is aligned. That is how you will know. You are not late. You are not behind. You have not missed your moment. In fact, you are right on time. Everything before this was preparation. Everything now is positioning. Let your heart stay soft but grounded. Let your expectations stay hopeful but realistic. This balance is where discernment lives. What comes next will feel natural, even if it surprises you. That is the signature of something divinely guided. Stay attentive. Stay prayerful. And trust that Archangel Michael is still standing guard over what is about to be spoken aloud. My precious one, what Archangel Michael reveals now is about the unseen preparation happening in both realms at once, the spiritual and the emotional. While you go about your daily life, there is a quiet synchronization taking place. Thoughts are aligning. Intentions are settling. Courage is being fortified. This is the stage where heaven strengthens resolve, because what is about to be spoken cannot be taken back. A proposal changes trajectories, and heaven treats trajectory shifts with great care. You may notice that your intuition has become sharper lately. Small things stand out more clearly. You sense sincerity quicker, and you sense pretense faster than before. This is not coincidence. This is discernment being activated. Archangel Michael says you are being trained to recognize truth, not by excitement, but by resonance. What resonates brings steadiness, not anxiety. That is how you will know the difference. The one preparing to propose has reached a point of internal honesty. They have stopped romanticizing the idea and started embracing the responsibility. They are asking themselves difficult questions. Am I ready to protect, not just pursue? Am I ready to commit, not just desire? These questions matter. Heaven listens closely when someone examines their heart this way. This person is also reflecting on moments they may have underestimated you. Times when they did not fully see your depth, your endurance, your loyalty. That realization brings humility. And humility is essential before any true commitment can be offered. Archangel Michael says pride cannot coexist with covenant. Only humility can. You, too, are being prepared, but in a different way. Your preparation is about reception, about allowing something good without waiting for it to fail. For some of you, joy has felt temporary in the past, so you learn to brace yourself even in good moments. Heaven is gently unteaching that reflex. This is not a moment to brace. This is a moment to breathe. There is also healing happening around your expectations. You are learning the difference between standards and walls. Standards protect you. Walls isolate you. Archangel Michael says you are finding the balance. You are no longer willing to accept less, but you are also no longer closed off to more. Pay attention to how your prayers have changed. You may notice you are no longer begging or bargaining. You are asking with trust. That shift is powerful. It signals readiness. Heaven responds differently to trust than it does to desperation. This proposal energy carries a sense of finality, not in a restrictive way, but in a grounding way. It brings a feeling of this is real. That is why some of you may feel emotional without knowing why. Tears without sadness. Smiles without a clear reason. These are signs of alignment. Your spirit recognizes what your mind has not yet processed. Archangel Michael also warns gently against rushing ahead mentally. Do not plan conversations that have not happened. Do not rehearse outcomes. Stay present. Presence keeps you receptive. Anticipation can create pressure. Let the moment arrive organically. There may be a test of patience here, a brief delay that feels unnecessary. This is not denial. It is refinement. Sometimes heaven waits until distractions clear so that nothing competes with the significance of the moment. When it happens, you will be fully present, not divided. Remember this: what is meant for you does not require manipulation. You do not need to position yourself strategically. Authenticity has already done the work. Your consistency, your kindness, your integrity, these are the reasons this person feels safe choosing you. As this season unfolds, protect your peace. Limit conversations that invite doubt. Choose environments that ground you. The more settled you are internally, the clearer everything becomes externally. Archangel Michael stands as a guardian over transitions, and this is a transition from wondering to knowing, from hoping to receiving, from silence to truth. Stay attentive, stay open, and trust that what is approaching carries clarity, not confusion. Beloved child, Archangel Michael draws your attention now to the atmosphere around your conversations and choices, because this is where alignment becomes visible. What was once internal is beginning to surface externally. You may notice subtle changes in how people respond to you. Respect increases. Attention sharpens. Words spoken to you carry more intention. This is because your energy has shifted from waiting to readiness. One preparing to propose is now watching more closely than before. Not out of doubt, but out of reverence. They are paying attention to how you move, how you speak, how you respond under pressure. Not to judge you, but to understand how to honor you. They are imagining life with you in ordinary moments, not just special ones. That is a sign of maturity. That is how heaven knows someone is ready. Archangel Michael says there is a protective covering over you right now. This protection is not loud. It is subtle. It shows up as clarity, as calm re-erection, as moments where something that could have gone wrong simply does not. This covering exists because the outcome of this season matters. What is being formed is not fragile, but it is precious. You may also feel an internal push to clean things up in your life, letting go of habits that no longer serve you, creating order, simplifying routines. This is not random. When a new commitment approaches, your spirit instinctively prepares space. You are making room without even realizing it. At the same time, the person preparing to step forward is tying loose ends, resolving old emotions, closing chapters that were never meant to continue. They do not want shadows from the past interfering with what they are about to offer. That level of intentionality is rare, and heaven honors it. There is something important Archangel Michael wants you to remember here. A proposal is not the reward for suffering. It is the response to growth. You did not endure pain just to be compensated. You grew, and now you are aligned with someone who has also grown. This distinction matters because it removes fear. You are not entering something to escape loneliness. You are entering it to build partnership. If moments of doubt try to whisper to you, gently redirect your focus. Ask yourself whether those thoughts bring peace or tension. Peace comes from truth. Tension comes from fear. You do not need to fight fear aggressively. Simply do not let it lead. This is also a moment to stay connected. When you like this video, share it, and leave a comment. You are participating in a collective space of alignment. Subscribe to this channel and remain connected, because messages like this are meant to guide you step by step, not just once. Your engagement is not small. It is a declaration that you are present, attentive, and open to divine timing. Archangel Michael says attention is powerful. Where attention goes, clarity follows. Stay engaged. Stay aware. Stay grounded. There may be a moment soon where you feel a strong urge to speak honestly about your feelings or your future. Do not suppress that. Authentic expression clears the path for truth to meet you. You do not have to initiate anything forcefully. Simply allow yourself to be real when the moment arises. This season is about alignment, not acceleration. Let things unfold at the pace of peace. Rushing creates pressure. Peace creates permanence. You are closer than you think. And what comes next will feel undeniable in a quiet, steady way. Hold on, because the next revelation brings insight that will make recent events suddenly connect in ways you did not expect. Beloved one, Archangel Michael now invites you to look inward, not with scrutiny, but with compassion, because this stage is about inner agreement. Before any external commitment is spoken, there must be an internal yes that feels settled rather than forced. Heaven is not only preparing the one who will propose, heaven is also confirming your readiness to receive without fear. You may notice that memories from your past are surfacing unexpectedly. Not to hurt you, but to show you how far you have come. Situations that once broke you no longer have power over you. Names that once stirred emotion now feel neutral. This is healing made visible. Archangel Michael says when the past loses its emotional charge, the future gains clarity. This proposal energy is asking you an important question. Are you willing to trust again, not blindly, but wisely? Trust does not mean ignoring red flags. It means recognizing green ones. Consistency, accountability, emotional presence. These are the signs heaven highlights now. You are no longer being asked to gamble your heart. You are being invited to steward it. The person preparing to propose senses the shift in you. They feel that you are no longer reaching outward for validation. You are rooted. That rootedness is what makes you magnetic now. Not desperation. Not pursuit. Stability. It tells them that if they come forward, they must come correctly. Archangel Michael says this is why communication may feel different lately. Conversations carry more depth. Silences feel more comfortable. There is less need to fill space with noise. That ease is significant. It shows emotional safety beginning to form even before anything official is spoken. At the same time, be aware that tests often appear just before breakthroughs. These tests are subtle. A moment of doubt. An old pattern trying to resurface. A fleeting thought asking, what if this doesn't work? These are not prophecy. They are echoes. Do not give them authority. Simply acknowledge them and return to peace. You are not meant to shrink yourself to be chosen. And you are not meant to harden yourself to feel safe. The balance you are finding now is exactly where healthy union begins. Archangel Michael says heaven delights in balance because balance sustains what emotion alone cannot. There is also a lesson here about patience without passivity. You are not waiting idly. You are living fully while remaining open. That posture attracts what is aligned. You are not putting your life on hold for a proposal. You are moving forward, and that forward motion is part of the invitation. Pay attention to your dreams during this season. They may carry symbols of doors, conversations were journeys. These are reflections of transition. Even if you do not understand them fully, notice how they make you feel. Peaceful dreams signal alignment. Restless dreams signal areas still healing. Archangel Michael also reminds you that timing is not about delay or speed. It is about readiness meeting opportunity. When both align, movement happens naturally. No force, Odenvuin. Just clarity. You may feel moments of gratitude without a clear reason. Gratitude before manifestation is a sign of faith maturing. It means your spirit already recognizes what is approaching. That recognition creates space. Do not compare your journey to others. Comparison distorts discernment. What matters is your alignment, not someone else's timeline. Heaven customizes paths. Yours has been intentional, even when it felt slow. As this unfolds, choose gentleness with yourself. Release self-criticism. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Growth does not shame the past. It redeems it. What is forming now is not fragile hope. It is grounded expectation. And grounded expectation does not disappoint. Stay attentive. Stay open. The next revelation brings clarity about the role you play in what is about to be spoken, and it will help you respond with confidence rather than hesitation. My beloved child, receive this moment with humility and awareness, because Archangel Michael is now revealing why this proposal carries spiritual weight beyond emotion. This is not only about two people choosing each other. This is about alignment with purpose. Heaven is attentive right now because decisions made in this season echo forward for years. That is why everything feels intentional, layered, and deeply personal. Archangel Michael says the one preparing to propose has reached a point of surrender. Not surrender to pressure, but surrender to truth. They are no longer fighting what they feel. They are no longer negotiating with fear. They have accepted that love, when real, requires action, and that acceptance has shifted the spiritual atmosphere around both of you. You may notice that obstacles that once seemed immovable are quietly resolving. Delays easing. Misunderstandings clearing. This is not coincidence. When alignment is reached internally, resistance weakens externally. Heaven responds to inner agreement. There is also something happening within you that must be acknowledged. You are no longer asking, "Am I enough?" You are asking, "Is this aligned?" That shift is powerful. It moves you from insecurity to discernment. Archangel Michael says discernment is the guardian of destiny. It keeps you from settling and protects you from rushing. This proposal will not arrive to complete you. It arrives to join you. You are already whole. And because you are whole, what is being offered can be healthy. Heaven does not attach futures to broken foundations. That is why both hearts were prepared separately before being aligned together. You may feel a strong sense of anticipation now, but it is quieter than excitement. It feels like readiness, like standing at the edge of something solid, not uncertain. That feeling is confirmation. Peace does not shout. It settles. Archangel Michael also reveals that this person has been tested recently. Opportunities to retreat. Chances to delay again. But they did not. They chose courage over comfort. That choice matters. Heaven honors movement toward truth. As this unfolds, remain mindful of your words. Speak life over your future. Avoid dismissive jokes about commitment or love. Words carry weight in seasons of manifestation. What you speak either prepares the ground or disrupts it. This is also a moment to remain connected. Keep your heart engaged, your spirit attentive. What you are part of here is bigger than one message. It is a flow of guidance meant to prepare, protect, and confirm. Staying connected matters. Type "I receive what heaven has prepared" in the comments if this message resonates with your spirit. Blessing code 928 is now activated over your life. Now hear this carefully, because this is not separate from the message. It is an extension of it. I am speaking directly to those who feel the weight of this moment and know it is holy. When you support this mission, you are sowing into soil where hearts are being reached at the exact moment they need clarity. You are helping light travel further, reaching those who are standing at their own crossroads, unsure and waiting. The Lord is saying, as you release seed into my work, I will release clarity, provision, and peace into your life. This is living scripture, active and personal. This is not about obligation. This is about obedience aligning with opportunity. If your spirit feels the nudge, act now. You super thanks. Join this channel as a member or give through PayPal. The donation link is already placed in the description for you. What you release here becomes a river, and rivers never return empty. I speak blessing over every giver. May your obedience be answered swiftly. May doors open where there were walls. May peace guard your heart and your future. Move now. Respond while the window is open. This is a prophetic moment, and heaven honors those who act when called. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael now brings your attention to the subtle confirmations that appear just before truth is spoken aloud. These confirmations are rarely dramatic. They are quiet agreements between your spirit and reality. A sense of rightness, a calm certainty that does not need validation. This is the season you are entering now. You may notice that your patience has matured. You are no longer counting days or replaying scenarios. Instead, you are living fully in the present moment. This is important. When anticipation loosens its grip, alignment strengthens. Archangel Michael says heaven often waits until expectation relaxes, because relaxed faith is stronger than anxious hope. The one preparing to propose is also experiencing this calm. The nervous urgency has settled into resolve. They are no longer asking themselves if they should do this. They are asking how to do it with honor. That shift changes everything. When intention becomes focused on honoring rather than impressing, the foundation becomes solid. You might sense a shift in how this person interacts with you. More direct eye contact. More thoughtful pauses before speaking. Less uncertainty in their tone. These are signs of internal clarity surfacing externally. Truth always finds a way to reveal itself through consistency. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that this moment is not about perfection. It is about sincerity. There may still be nerves. There may still be emotion. But there will also be steadiness. That steadiness is your anchor. When the proposal comes, your response will not be driven by fear or fantasy, but by discernment. This is also a time when old narratives lose their power. Stories you once told yourself about love being unreliable or temporary begin to dissolve. Not because someone promised differently, but because you have experienced growth. Your standards have matured. Your expectations are grounded. You are no longer hoping love will save you. You are ready to build it. Archangel Michael says this readiness creates spiritual safety. Safety allows truth to be spoken without defense. That is why this moment has been protected so carefully. Heaven does not expose hearts until the environment can sustain honesty. You may feel a sense of closure around past disappointments. Not bitterness. Blow you. The understanding that those experiences shaped you, but they do not define your future. This release is necessary. You cannot carry old weights into new seasons. Be mindful now of how you care for yourself. Rest when you need to. Nourish your body and mind. Ground yourself in routines that bring peace. These simple acts are not distractions. They are preparation. Stability invites stability. There is also a reminder here about trust. Trust does not mean certainty about outcomes. It means confidence in discernment. You trust yourself now more than before. that trust will guide you when the moment arrives. Archangel Michael says, do not rush your response when truth is spoken. Take a breath. Feel what you feel. Respond honestly. There is no requirement to perform or react dramatically. Authenticity is enough. This season is also revealing who belongs in your next chapter. Some connections will naturally fade. Others will strengthen. This is not loss. It is alignment. Heaven removes distractions gently when you are ready. You are standing at the edge of clarity. Not because something magical is about to happen, but because something truthful is about to be spoken. Truth brings peace, even when it requires adjustment. Stay grounded. Stay attentive. What unfolds next will not require you to guess or chase. It will meet you where you are, clearly and respectfully. The next revelation will bring instruction on how to respond with wisdom and grace, ensuring that what begins is built on understanding rather than impulse. Beloved one, Archangel Michael now speaks about the moment after truth is revealed, because what happens immediately following a proposal is just as important as the proposal itself. Many people focus on the question, but heaven focuses on the response of the heart. This is where wisdom, discernment, and peace must work together. You may assume that once the words are spoken, everything instantly feels clear. But often, clarity unfolds in layers. Archangel Michael says this is normal. When something meaningful enters your life, your spirit recognizes it first, and your mind follows gradually. Do not rush yourself into conclusions. Allow understanding to settle naturally. The one preparing to propose is not expecting perfection from you. They are hoping for honesty. They want to know where you stand, what you value, what you need to feel safe and respected. This is not a test. It is an invitation into mutual transparency. Heaven values conversations that build trust more than reactions that impress. You may feel a mixture of emotions, gratitude, surprise, seriousness, even vulnerability. None of these are wrong. Archangel Michael reminds you that maturity allows multiple emotions to coexist without confusion. Peace does not eliminate emotion. It angers it. This is also where your growth becomes evident. In the past, you may have rushed to reassure others while neglecting your own needs. Or you may have pulled away out of fear. Now you are different. You know how to listen without disappearing. You know how to speak without attacking. This balance is the fruit of your journey. Archangel Michael says, do not minimize this moment by comparing it to others' experiences. This is your story, your timing, your alignment. Heaven is not mass-producing futures. It is crafting them individually. What matters is how this feels in your spirit, not how it looks from the outside. There is also instruction here regarding boundaries. Love that is healthy respects process. If you need time to reflect, that is wisdom, not rejection. If you feel ready to respond, that is clarity, not impulsiveness. Trust your discernment. You have earned it through growth. Be aware that after significant moments, outside voices may try to enter. Opinions, projections, well-meaning advice. Archangel Michael advises you to guard this season carefully. Not everyone needs access to your process. Some things are meant to be held quietly until they are rooted. This is a season where alignment must be protected from noise. The more grounded you remain, the clearer everything becomes. Now, as this message continues to guide you, stay connected. When you like this video, share it, and leave a comment. You are not just interacting. You are affirming your attentiveness to divine timing. Subscribe to this channel so you remain aligned with messages that prepare and protect rather than rush or confuse. The space exists to guide you through moments like this with clarity and peace. And stay with this message, because what comes next brings a perspective that many people miss. A perspective that can determine whether something strong becomes something lasting. You will want to hear this. Archangel Michael also reminds you that love is not proven in grand gestures alone. It is proven in follow-through and consistency after emotion settles. Watch how actions align with words. Not suspiciously but wisely. Discernment does not accuse. It observes. This proposal is not an ending. It is a beginning. Beginnings require intention. They require communication. They require patience. Heaven supports beginnings that are approached with reverence rather than rush. You are not being asked to surrender yourself. You are being invited to share yourself. There is a difference. Sharing preserves identity. Surrender without discernment loses it. Archangel Michael stands firmly for preservation of who you are. As this season unfolds, choose presence over pressure. Choose clarity over fantasy. Choose peace over urgency. These choices will guide you well. The next revelation will speak directly to sustaining what begins. How to build something that does not fade with time but deepens with it. Stay attentive. This is where wisdom becomes practical. Beloved child, Archangel Michael now speaks about sustainability, because heaven is not only concerned with beginnings, but with what endures. Many connections start with emotion, but only those built with intention continue with strength. What is being formed in your life now carries the potential for longevity, and that is why wisdom is being released at this stage. After the words are spoken and the initial emotions settle, reality gently enters. Daily life, responsibilities, differences in perspective. This is not where love weakens, this is where love proves itself. Archangel Michael says the one preparing to propose understands this. They are not chasing a moment. They are choosing a path. And paths require commitment long after excitement fades. You may notice that your expectations have become healthier. You no longer expect one person to be everything for you. You understand the value of partnership, not dependence. This understanding is crucial. Heaven does not bless imbalance. Mutual support, mutual growth, and mutual respect create stability. Archangel Michael also reminds you that communication will become a sacred tool. Not dramatic conversations, but honest ones. The willingness to listen without defensiveness. The courage to speak without accusation. These skills are part of your preparation. You have learned them through past misunderstandings and disappointments. Nothing was wasted. There may be moments ahead where you are tempted to retreat into old habits, silence, overthinking, or self-protection. When that happens, pause. Breathe. Remember that you are no longer operating from survival, but from alignment. Alignment invites dialogue, not withdrawal. This season also asks you to honor your individuality. Partnership does not erase identity. It refines it. Archangel Michael says, what makes this connection strong is not similarity alone, but respect for differences. You are allowed to have your own voice, your own pace, your own calling. The one stepping toward you is learning this as well. They are learning how to stand beside you, not over you. How to support without controlling. How to lead without overshadowing. These lessons are part of why this moment took time. Heaven waits until both hearts can hold responsibility. There is also a reminder here about patience. Growth does not stop once commitment begins. It continues. Mistakes may still happen. Misunderstandings may still arise. But now, there is a shared willingness to work through them rather than walk away. That willingness is more valuable than perfection. Archangel Michael says to watch how conflict is handled, not avoided. Healthy connection does not fear disagreement. It uses it as an opportunity to understand. You are entering a season where maturity matters more than chemistry, and maturity creates peace. You may feel a deeper sense of calm settling into your life. Not because everything is resolved, but because you trust the process. Trust does not remove challenges. It removes fear of them. That trust is a sign of inner stability. There is also an invitation here to keep your spiritual grounding strong. Prayer, reflection, stillness. These are anchors. They keep perspective clear when emotions fluctuate. Heaven remains involved when hearts remain humble. Archangel Michael emphasizes that love grows through consistency, showing up when it is inconvenient, listening when it is uncomfortable, choosing kindness when pride wants to speak. These daily choices build something unshakable. You are not entering a fantasy. You are entering a future, and that future is shaped by the choices made after the moment passes. Choose presence. Choose honesty. Choose patience. As this unfolds, you may feel gratitude for the delays that once frustrated you. You will see how timing protected you, how growth prepared you, how waiting refined you. You are standing in wisdom now, not wishful thinking. And wisdom sustains what emotion alone cannot. The final revelation brings closure and blessing, not an ending, but a sealing of what has been spoken throughout this journey. Stay attentive. This is where peace settles fully. My beloved child, receive this final revelation with stillness in your spirit, because Archangel Michael now speaks of sealing. Not an ending, but a covering. When heaven brings a message full circle, it does so gently, ensuring that nothing essential is missing and nothing unnecessary is carried forward. What has been unfolding around you is now being anchored. Archangel Michael says the reason this message lingered, unfolded layer by layer, and asked for your attention repeatedly is because this moment required readiness, not reaction. You were never meant to rush into understanding. You were meant to grow into it. And now, you have. The proposal energy surrounding you is no longer forming. It is prepared. What was once internal is ready to be expressed externally. And regardless of the exact timing or details, the most important shift has already happened within you. You are no longer waiting from lack. You are open from strength. This is crucial. Heaven does not release lasting connections to those who are still trying to be rescued. It releases them to those who are ready to build. You have crossed the threshold quietly, without ceremony, without announcement. But heaven noticed. Archangel Michael says your spirit now recognizes peace without needing proof. You trust discernment more than emotion alone. You understand that love does not remove responsibility. It invites it. This understanding is what protects you going forward. There is also closure here. Not the kind that erases memory, but the kind that releases emotional weight. Past disappointments no longer define your expectations. They inform your wisdom. That is redemption at work. As this season completes its preparation, remember this: clarity does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrives as calm, as steadiness, as a sense of I am ready for whatever truth comes. That readiness is victory. Whatever the outcome looks like in form, the alignment itself is the gift. You are no longer guessing. You are no longer doubting yourself. You are grounded. And grounded people make wise decisions. Archangel Michael stands as witness and protector over what is being spoken into your life now. He reminds you that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward, without letting fear lead. That decision has already been made in you. So receive peace, receive clarity, receive confidence in your discernment. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are prepared. Now receive this final activation. Type "I walk in divine clarity" in the comments if this message has settled in your spirit. Blessing code 1441 is now released and sealed over your life. And now, hear this as a continuation of the same holy moment, not as a separation from it. I speak to those who have stayed until now because your spirit recognized that this message carried weight. When you support this mission, you are not supporting a channel. You are helping God's voice reach someone at the exact moment heaven appointed. This is seed meeting destiny. The Lord is speaking directly to you. As you help my word travel, I will establish your steps and protect what concerns you. This is living scripture, active and personal. What you give here is not reduced. It is multiplied into light, into reach, into souls finding clarity instead of confusion. If you feel the prompting, act now. Use super thanks, step into membership, or sow through PayPal. The PayPal donation link is waiting for you in the description. This is not a delay moment. This is an obedience moment. I release blessing over every giver. May your seed speak for you. May peace guard your heart. May alignment accelerate without strain. What you support here will support you in return. Move now. Respond with faith. Heaven honors action taken in alignment, and this moment is still open.